Hello, my name is Chris Armentrout, and this is my level block mesh that I have titled Ember in the Depths. In this level, you are an adventured explorer that has been tasked with retrieving an ancient relic from the Emberfall civilization. And as we start, we're introduced to a title screen that lets the player know of their main objective, as well as some optional objectives that are collecting these different collectibles. We start off on a desolate beach that is along a rocky hillside, and as the player starts, if they turn around, they can immediately get a collectible. And as they go along down the beach, they'll be shown a screen with the different mechanics, so we can press spacebar twice to double jump. We can press F to fire our grapple gun, and you'll notice that the grapple gun has a couple different player feedbacks where it fires a grapple hook and grapple line, as well as some sound feedback for the player. And the grapple targets are marked with these little red X's, and whichever one is closer to where the player is looking at will be the one that they fire to. So we can fire to this one that's farther off in the distance just by looking in the direction that it is. But the player has to be within a certain distance from the grapple target to be able to use it. Over here we find another collectible. That's one of our crystals. We have the Emberfall cave key, but as we come to the door, we need the key to get into the cave. We find a deceased NPC here who has some notes for us. Now when we have our key, we can enter into the cave. And again, it has some player feedback with the movement of the door, along with some sound to let the player know that the door is moving. As we enter the cave, our paths are lined with rocks and these bioluminescent mushrooms to help guide the player. As we come down our first path, we come to the upper caverns, this crystal area. And again, paths lit with these mushrooms, as well as some leading lines from the crystals. Help guide the player towards the doors that they'll be wanting to go to. We come and we find a key to the side door key, and that is located in our third path in the magma chambers. And we collect our crystals, as well as a hieroglyph over here. And we can find a key to the magma chambers. Since we don't have the key for either of these doors, we won't be able to get through to this, but this would take you to the cave floor, and this would take you to the end of the cave floor over here. That will take you to the main relic room door, which we do not have the key for yet. So the player will come back out, and we can get to the second path via this little tunnel here. We come into the cave floor area. We see another key up there. Over here we find some more hieroglyphs, as well as the door to the magma chambers, which we have the key for. And that'll take us to our third path. But we get the cave floor key, which is the key to our door from the upper caverns, which would allow us to travel from this path up to the upper caverns. And this is the main relic door, which we still need the key for. Takes us back to our first path, as well as this door. And now we can go into the magma chambers either this way if we've already gathered the key from the upper caverns, or if not, we can go through and get to the chambers from up here. And here we find the main door key for the relic room, as well as some magma that will kill the player if they land in it. So the player has to traverse across here using their grapple hook and the double jump mechanic. And now that we have gathered all the keys, we can get through into the main relic room from either the side door that we gathered in the first path, or the main door that we've gathered in the magma chambers in the third path. And just to show off the lava killing the player mechanic, this restarts the player. The water also kills the player, so if the player was to try and get around, not use the grapple gun, they wouldn't be able to. Now we'll just go back, since we've already achieved all of our optional objectives and unlocked all of our areas. We'll now go and retrieve the ancient relic from the relic room, which triggers a end level scene that lets the player know how many collectibles that they gathered, as well as replay the level or exit out of the game. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed.